Hey everyone, just in time for Thanksgiving, I've got some hot off the press real estate insights that'll make you the star of any dinner table conversations. You're all set for Thanksgiving, right? The turkey's ready, the pies are baking. But wait, what about those dinner conversations? We all have an Uncle Charlie or an Aunt Mary who loves to talk about, well, everything. And let's be honest, sometimes they get their facts just a little mixed up. Well, today I'm going to arm you with the latest, most accurate information about the real estate market. So whether you're celebrating here in Colorado like me, or maybe you're traveling to celebrate with family in California, New York, or Florida, you'll be prepared. We'll cover where are mortgage rates headed, where are home values headed, and is a recession right around the corner? So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's get you ready to impress at this year's Thanksgiving dinner. By the end of this video, Uncle Charlie will be asking you for advice. So, where are mortgage rates headed? The truth? Even the experts like Jerome Powell, who are quite hands-on with all the rate decisions, can't say for sure. We've seen a wild ride, rates fluctuating dramatically from the lows of 2 and 3% to the highs of slightly over 8%. And this volatility, of course, was due largely to Powell's efforts to control inflation. As we can see here from this graph, starting in March of 2022, he began playing with the rate by creating changes in the basis points in response to an inflation concern. This has caused us to see climbs and adjustments in interest rates throughout the year. Most recently, no changes occurred in the basis points. Now, as I'm speaking to you, right here, we're looking at rates around 6.1. Significant drop from those previous highs, hinting that inflation is finally getting under control. Will rates go back to 2 and 3% range? Yeah, that seems unlikely. The banks and investors need to make money. Low rates mean low returns. Current speculation amongst the experts suggests a potential of leveling off or stabilization around maybe 5.5, 5 3/4 interest rates. That would be great for real estate. It's all tied to inflation. If you're thinking about buying a home, this might be your moment. Look at it this way. If you're ready, willing, and able to buy now, then really only 3 things can happen in the future. 1, climb and you've secured your home at a lower rate. If rates fall, then you have the option of refinancing. And 3, if rates hold steady, you're comfortable in your own home. No matter what the outcome, you're a winner sitting in your own house. Reach out to me and we can discuss your situation and see if this is really the right time for you. All right, let's dive into the next big question on everyone's mind. Where are home prices headed? Did you know that about 25% of the population thinks we're in a housing bubble and that's poised for a big burst? Wow. It's critical to remember that real estate, much like any other market, operates on supply and demand. And as I've highlighted in some of my other videos, there's a significant dip in housing supply, while demand has actually remained high throughout all of the changes in the interest rate. Let's look at the numbers. Over the past 22 years, we've seen an average home price appreciation of about 4.92%. Sure, there were exceptions during the 2008 to 2010 due to the real estate crisis. But overall, the trend has been steadily upward. As we move into the present, the 2023 year-end price forecast shows a national average increase of about 3.9%. This figure is slightly below the norm, reflecting the current high interest rates and, of course, the ongoing lower inventory situation. Expert opinions vary, with organizations like NAR taking a very conservative stance and others like Fannie Mae being more optimistic. Nonetheless, it's clear not seeing any decrease in home values. Here in the South Metro Denver area, the median home price in October rose by 0.9% to $575,000. That's up from the $570,000 of October of last year. Slower, but still an upward trajectory. And looking ahead, the next 5 years are set to witness steady appreciation again. Not the rapid pace we've seen in the previous years, but that was an anomaly, resulting in significant homeowner equity gains. The future, as shown in this graph, point to more normalized growth in the market. With potential interest rate stabilization, these factors are set to bolster the real estate sector both nationally and here in Colorado. Now let's address the last burning question. Is a recession looming? A lot of people are afraid that a looming recession could mirror 2008 with home values plummeting and foreclosures spiking. But let's examine this possibility with current real data. Looking at unemployment, a key economic factor, we see a positive trend. From 2008 to 2012, unemployment was 8.3%, and that was a Great Recession. And the long-term average from 1948 to 2023 is about 5.7%. However, currently nationally, we're at 3.99%, and here in Colorado, Now we're at 3.3%, well below what we saw back in 2008. Now, there have been some reports also of foreclosures in the news. And, foreclosures or foreclosure rates tell us an important story. Recent data from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac show that serious delinquencies, now these are the people that are over 90 days late on their mortgage payments, are declining. In fact, they're at their lowest right now. It's important to remember that 2008 crisis was an exception driven by a combination of risky bank practices and speculative real estate. However, in 4 of the last recessions, home prices didn't just hold steady, they actually increased significantly above the average rates. This information and the fact that I was a late homeowner really has me thinking about the long-term benefits of home ownership, especially in the context of actually building wealth, as we saw recently with the increase in homeowner equity across the nation. This graph really demonstrates for me the difference between being a homeowner and a renter. Comparing data from 2010 to 2022, the wealth gap for homeowners and renters has widened dramatically, from about $181,600,000 to nearly $400,000. This really highlights the financial advantage of home ownership even in uncertain economic times. So now you're prepared for those Thanksgiving Day conversations about the Denver real estate market with the data to back it up. I encourage you, if you're not a homeowner, to seriously think about getting into home ownership. Or if you have a friend or family member who isn't a homeowner and has the ability to become one, you can really guide them with this information. Hi, my name's Peggy Dursthoff, a realtor at Live Denver Suburbs powered by HomeSmart. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And since Black Friday is right around the corner, check out this video over here where I talk about some tips on how to furnish a house for less. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you on the next video.